You know, dependence on oil right now is very convenient for the people in government. Nigeria has so much more. I did a tour of the bitumen belt some time ago on an assignment that I had, um, and I saw where government attempted to start something, exploiting bitumen. The people are crying till tomorrow. So when is government coming? I couldn't have an answer for them, but of course I know that I will revisit it when I get in there. There's so much gold in Nigeria, so much gold. Guess who's exploiting it right now? The Chinese, in collusion with private persons and government who are looking the other way and pretending like nothing is happening. Okay? Everyone's talking oil. The entertainment sector alone in Nigeria can contribute substantially to the nation, to the country's GDP. Davido did a show recently in Nigeria. It's called the 30 billion show, and from one show he made over 500 million. I'm quoting him now. That's like half a billion naira. You do the maths. I'm not going to go into all that. Okay? Now that's one individual, and they do shows across the world, not just Africa. Imagine all of that money coming back into Nigeria. I'm not talking about the movie industry yet. The creative industry. How do I know that this can really substantially grow the GDP of the country? Of course it did, because that helped in growing our GDP and making it the highest on the African continent recently. But I think we have relapsed now. ABBA, a couple of years back, just two things, Sweden. ABBA and Volvo. They were two biggest exports and the largest GDP. I mean, earners, if you like. I mean, the largest, they contributed substantially to the GDP growth of, also saying GDP of Sweden. A musical group, an automobile company. Two, I can go and give you examples. What do they grow in? What do they grow in Singapore? What do they have in the UK? What do they have in Germany? What do they have in Japan? And so it takes me back to what I was talking about. If we empower the human resource in Nigeria, the young people of Nigeria, oh, I think that very soon, and the Americans know that, because some of the brightest brains, and I'm sure you know that the most brilliant and the most educated um, diaspora community, even if you like black community in America, are Nigerians. We excel. The question is, why do we excel when we're outside? You get some of the best doctors, best engineers, uh, uh, if you like, tech persons and all that. But in Nigeria, no. What it simply tells you is there's no atmosphere or infrastructure on ground to facilitate and encourage this growth. And that's something I intend to do. Agriculture is huge. We waste so much. When I see the amount of waste from source of agricultural produce, we import a lot of things from China, useless things. What's wrong with, I'll give you a small example. Where you produce oranges, there are so many turnkey and cheap juicing materials you have in China. Bring those things instead of all the other things all the other things we waste money bringing from China. Bring them to source. Create agric hubs, and the whole value chain. Put it there from packaging, production, processing, and all of that. If you look at cocoa, for instance, Switzerland doesn't grow cocoa, but they make the best chocolates in the world. They send them to us, and we pay premium price for it, and they get it for like pittance here, in Nigeria, in Cote d'Ivoire, and the other cocoa belts. Okay, and so why do I need to send my cocoa to Switzerland? Why don't I export my cocoa to Switzerland? Okay, because I have the resource. You see, we're so lazy. We just want quick money, cheap money, and that's what we're doing with oil. You know, with with crude oil, the byproducts are so many. We've played lip service to issues of refinery and all of that. Why don't we do that? From oil, you can get plastics. You can get there's so many byproducts from oil. And so, getting into power, we're going to take charge of our resources. It's the only way.
Okay, and when